Hello everyone, I'm Deja Lester.
And I'm Naomi Bolson.
Our third member, Tyler Brown, isn't able to be here with us because of family situations. This is our campaign that we completed throughout the semester with Morgan State University Athletics Department. A little bit of background information on our client, Morgan State University Athletics. Morgan State Bears are the 12 varsity sports teams representing Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland in intercollegiate athletics, including men's and women's basketball, cross country, tennis, track and field, women's only bowling, softball, and volleyball, and men's only football. The Bears compete in the NCAA Division I FCS and are members of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. The Morgan State Athletic Department mission statement is #The Morgan Way, creating leaders in the classroom, competition, community, and life after Morgan. Dr. Edward Scott is in his third year as the director of athletics at Morgan State University. Scott was named the Bears Director of Athletics on October 9th, 2016.
The goal. So our essential goal of our campaign was to rebrand the Morgan State University's athletic department through developing quality professional work products using multi-platforms to elaborate display and artwork, dedication within the community, and accolades within the classroom, centered around our student athletes.
Some client objectives and our key publics, our two key publics that we wanted to target throughout this campaign. The first client objective is to rebrand the culture of Morgan State University Athletics due to NCAA violations. A little bit of history about that is a few years back, Morgan State University Athletics Department was competing with ineligible players, still competing in games with ineligible players across the board. So now it kind of caught up to them, and now the athletics program is kind of paying the price. A few of the teams have not been able to participate in postseason due to the violations in the past. So it's kind of affecting the teams today. So we wanted to help rebrand the athletics and kind of show the NCAA and show, our fans, which are, the first key public, that we are rebranding and we are a different Morgan State University with the new athletic director. We just wanted to kind of rebrand the whole athletic department as a whole and show that we're coming with kind of a new mindset, kind of a new feel all across the board. The second objective would be to highlight the true qualities of Morgan State University's athletes and to display their hard work and dedication, within the community and the accolades within the classroom. The key publics that we wanted to reach throughout this campaign would be the fans of Morgan State athletics. We feel as if, if we reach our base, our people that, support Morgan State athletics the most, they would get the most and they would appreciate, the campaign and what we were trying to do the most. The second key public would be student athletes ages 18 through 24. We figured that would be a good key public as well because, other student athletes that go to, other universities could kind of understand where, Morgan State's athletes are coming from and understand that, we are more than athletes. Seeing that Naomi and I are athletes at Morgan State University as well.
Okay, within our SWOT analysis, we identified the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats that are posed in Morgan State Athletics Department. So, when researching the strengths, we found that the recruitment of student athletes who are capable of academic success really work in Morgan's favor in order to build their APR from past NCAA violations. Community engagement of student athletes, coaches, staff, and ambassadors of the university, as well as diversity of the student athlete population, which we have a lot of. Weaknesses include lack of institutional aid and a lack of alumni affiliation, thus appealing to our fan base, as Deja was saying in the previous slide, and the NCAA violations as well as what Deja had explained previously. Opportunities include conference realignment. Seeing that Hampton had left the MEAC conference, there is an opportunity for Morgan to seize a championship. Potential to increase admissions with a winning program, and athletics typically builds the community around them. The threats imposed are the NCAA violations and the limited resources that could diminish the overall student athlete experience.
Some of the strategies and tactics that we used throughout the campaign The first strategy was to use a strategic approach on social media platforms demonstrating the versatility of student athletes at Morgan State University. We kind of wanted to use Twitter and YouTube and other social media platforms to help reach our target audience and help reach our fan base and show them that our athletes do more than just playing their sport. That our athletes do
different work in the community.
different work within the community. They do give back. They do have other accolades within the classroom, possibly at the university. Just excelling in different areas. We want to kind of highlight that outside of athletics. And we also wanted to help rebrand the university's athletic department from previous violations. Those violations kind of caught up to us, to the athletic department. The people that were around when the violations were, actually going on aren't the people and the student athletes that are being affected by the violations today. So we want to kind of advocate for our student athletes and advocate for our athletic department to show that we are a different Morgan State University than the one that did complete those violations. A few tactics that we wanted to use would be a newsletter to our key public. The newsletter will highlight different student athletes of Morgan State University. It would kind of highlight different things that they do at the university or within the community, or whatever they might do that is positive. The second tactic would be vlogs of student athletes to kind of show the day in the life of a student athlete, to show the actual dedication and what they go through and what they do on a day-to-day basis. And the last one would be social media broadcasting. We came up with a hashtag, which is hashtag more than an athlete, for our campaign. We wanted to use that on Twitter specifically, because hashtags are very popular on Twitter. But I think it would give all student athletes across the country, competing within the NCAA, it would give them a voice, and it would give them, a chance to feel heard. A chance to feel heard to key publics. Just to show our student athletes that they are more than an athlete, as the hashtag reads.
In summation, through the use of our social media platforms and the rebranding process will ultimately increase exponentially. By highlighting our decorative student athletes, we will increase the fan base and increase Morgan State's revenue as a whole.
Thank you.